Well, S.T.A.L.K.E.R, Call of Pripyat. You beat that in 2021. And I was wondering what thoughts immediately come to mind.
Ooh, well, I haven't played Stalker 2, so I'm going to get that out of the way. But I have not played a bad Stalker game. Mm-hmm. So, Stalker is my favorite video game franchise. It has made a huge impact on my personal tastes in pretty much everything, which has led to... so I could say it's been a very life-changing experience.
Very influential.
Extremely. Stalker has been extremely influential in my life. It opened the door to me taking interest in Eastern European culture, Slavic culture, Ukrainian and Russian, which I know I don't want to go too far on that because that gets very political. But
yeah, it helps you think about the countries and not their politics.
Yes,
which is agree. The way it should be for all countries.
Yep, I think of it exactly.
The politicians are not the country.
That's right.
Anyway.
Absolutely. And we'll leave it there.
Leave it there.
We'll take that and we'll set that aside.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on with it
Yep.
and go back to video games
Yep.
because they allow us to escape from reality.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a good way.
In a healthy way.
Right.
If we're balanced.
Right.
And that's the key with stalkers being balanced. Unfortunately, and I shouldn't say unfortunate. What's interesting to me about Call of Pripyat is how much love it receives, and it's often hailed as being like either the pinnacle of the series or it's considered everyone's favorite. It's the highest rated Stalker game, like on Steam and Good Old Games, and it's just praised up and down. And it's actually because Pripyat was actually the first one that I bought.
Mm-hmm. Because it was the highest.
Because rated? It was the highest rated. Mm-hmm. And then when I saw that it was part of a trilogy, I bought Shadow of Chernobyl because that was the original and it was also very highly rated. Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't until several years later that I bought Clear Sky, just because Clear Sky was the lowest rated. But what's funny is that even though that's the order I bought them in, it's actually when it comes to my favorites in the trilogy, it's actually the complete reverse of that.
So your favorite is?
I would say, oh man, I want to say Clear Sky is my favorite, but that sounds like I'm trying to be edgy or just be like super, go against the grain.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I want to say Clear Sky is my favorite because I enjoyed it so much. The Red Forest was awesome. Mm-hmm. I truly was terrified of the Red Forest. It makes me sound too much like a hipster saying that Clear Sky is my favorite.
Well,
I'll say Shadow of Chernobyl is my favorite. Okay. I think it had a great story, great characters. I like how it introduced enemies. Mm-hmm. In that one, the introduction of enemies was really good. I remember you
discussing that in the review.
Yep, the way it introduced it
yep.
The way it had good, yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to say, to keep from sounding like a hipster, Shadow of Chernobyl is my favorite one.
Okay.
But with that being said...
Yes.
Sorry, what were you going to ask?
Well, what about Call of Pripyat?
It's actually my least favorite one.
Can you explain why?
It's very simple. Even though first of all, I do think Zayton, I guarantee you our viewers are going to be like, what? If they're soccer fans. Mm-hmm. Zayton, I think, is one of the most boring maps, like, ever in the original Stalker universe. You're walking through miles and miles of swamp, deserted boats. The only parts of Zayton that I find interesting are the deserted gas station because there's actually a tunnel underneath it. The farmhouse because you can find some cool stuff. You know, spoiler, you can find some cool stuff in the attic if you go looking in the farmhouse. The crashed helicopter, because we have an inside joke with that one. The destroyed bridge that you can walk across. Okay, but see, when you and I'm listing so many good things, because there are good things in Zayton, but the problem with Zayton is it's just a massive map. The majority of it, you're either walking through a lake, or you're walking through tall grass, or you're walking up a hill. Lots of grass, lots of lake, lots of hills, with very... Yeah, it's too big. It's too big, too uninteresting, and it's the first level that you start off in, and it just...
Is that what's going on here? Where are we here?
Yeah, so this is one of the broken down ships or boats that they're using for the Stalker, but...
Yeah, and that's Zayton?
That is Zayton,
Okay.
Yep. It's where you start off, and it's where you spend a lot of your time, because it's where you do most of your gear gathering before you progress to... but other than the fact that I think Zayton is extremely boring, the other issue I have with Stalker is the internet would describe me as a loot goblin. Like, I enjoy looting. That's like one of my favorite things to do.
That's one of my favorite things to do.
Some people, if you were to play Pripyat, I think as a... Let's say you don't care about loot. If you were to play Pripyat as like a survivor, like someone who you carry a weapon until it starts to break down, and you keep shooting till you run out of ammo, and then you drop that weapon and pick up someone else's weapon and then go on with that. I think Pripyat would be a much more enjoyable experience for me, but that's not my personality. I like to try to hoard ammo. I like to try, if I find a new weapon, I want to take it back with me and put it in my hope chest. Just kidding. But it's my hope that I'll get to use it again chest.
It's probably broken.
Yeah,
They're usually broken, aren't they? When you
well,
not always.
I mean, this is Pripyat, not Gamma or Anomaly, so it's pretty basic.
I'm so used to you playing Gamma.
Yeah, this is more. I mean, it's been a while, but this is more of a first-person shooter than a survival game.
Okay. Right.
So it's more of a zone. It's more of not really an open world, but an open hub world, a hub world first-person shooter with some horror elements to it. The whole survival thing with like eating food to stay alive and getting sleep and drinking, that kind of came about.
That was from Gamma,
Well, Anomaly. But then Anomaly gave birth to a whole bunch of mods, with Gamma being my favorite. But yes, so with being a loot goblin, the issue with Pripyat is almost every map, I think with the exception of Jupiter, there's only one chest that you can store things in. So it slows the pace of the game down to a crawl, because I'm going to go set off on a mission. Well, I get attacked by bandits. Okay, so I survive the attack, and I start looting to get supplies, get medicine, get rubles and stuff like that. And then, oh my goodness, this guy has, this guy has like an AK-74, when I was stuck with an AKS-74U, and it's got better accuracy. So, but at the same time, like, I really like my AKS-74U, but I can't carry both because I'm overburdened already with all the medicine and stuff that I have with me and ammo. So now I got to haul. I have to pick all this stuff up, as much as I can hold on to. I know I can't continue the mission this way because I'm running out of stamina. I got to haul my butt all the way back to that one chest that's in the center of the map, and then store there, and then go back to continue on the mission again, only to get caught up in another random encounter. So it's just rinse and repeat. And eventually I have to just tell myself, you're gonna have to let these guns go. You can't. I know you like this gun. I know you think it's cool, but you just can't bring it with you. And then which
for someone like you bothers you.
It did, exactly.
Yes.
It took some of the fun out of it for me, which, so that really
makes sense to me.
That really hurt the game for me. So, yeah, that's pretty much my main complaints with it. I think story-wise, it was fine.
Yeah.
Just like all the original Stalker games, the ending was ridiculous. ridiculously hard, dying constantly. F5, F9, F5, F9, F5, F9. It was interesting. Well, okay, it's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. I don't know. I don't want to tell a spoiler.
Okay.
I won't tell a spoiler.
Okay.
The ending did surprise me in terms of the location. It's different, we'll say, than all the other games. I'll just leave it at that.
All right.
But yeah, it was a decent story. It has good mods.
Yeah.
I think actually some of the best. If we're not gonna count Anomaly, I think some of the best mods for the original Stalker games. I think Pripyat has some of the best mods.
That's probably because it's the most popular.
It is. That's exactly right. It was, and I understand why people liked it so much when it first came out, because Shadow of Chernobyl had a ton of bugs. Clear Sky was almost unplayable, which is why people hate it so much. And the gunplay, I've heard lots of complaints about it. When I played Clear Sky, I used Gunslinger mod, and it cleaned up the gunplay in it, so it was more playable. But Pripyat Vanilla was the most stable.
Well, that makes sense
Yes.
then, huh?
Yeah, it was the one with the least crashing, the least game-breaking bugs. And the people like the large maps. People like the huge hub worlds that they can go explore, and the game really felt alive. It really had a very good implementation of what they call A life, which is just, everything acting autonomous. So, yeah.
Is that about does it?
I guess so. I went into pretty. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it.
Cool.
Yeah.